thought I would show you everything that's going on out here while I'm at it. I can't find a shovel, so we're gonna use a hoe, and that is just gonna prove to you how easy it is to dig these up. I never cleaned it up last year. It's actually better for your soil to let everything, don't clean up your garden, just let everything stay all winter, and then you can clean it up in the spring if you don't like how it looks. But this is all gonna fill in. This is the MONTBRETIA. These are the daylilies right next to it, and they kind of blend in, and then the daylilies are kind of yellow and orange and kind of the same colors, but these are red, and they tie in the rest of the garden. Things are just starting to come up, but I've got some red hot poker plants over there, and it's got the same colors. So yeah, everything kind of ties in together. Okay, it's usually a little bit thicker in here. I thinned them out last year, and I just threw them in the compost because they're so prolific. And if you throw them in your compost, they're gonna grow in your compost. I cannot believe how much traffic is up on the road. Can you hear it? It's like crazy because for weeks there's been no traffic. It's just been silent. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start digging up here. Okay, so you can see that I just pulled, got my hoe in there and just kind of pulled, ripped it out. I wasn't careful or anything. And you can see all the little bulbs. It's that easy. And then when you plant them, you're only going to plant them to where the bottom part of the plant, where it's white, that part can be in the dirt, but don't let any of the green, I mean, it'll probably still live, but if you want them to bloom this year. So basically plant them as deep as they were where you pulled them up at. But you can see that's how tiny the bulb is, just a tiny little thing. So, obviously you want to do them in bigger groups if you can, just all around the edges. And see, it didn't affect any of the rest of the plant because each one is their own little bulb. There's quite a bit of, I don't know if you can tell, but there's quite a bit of MONTBRETIA right over there, kind of in front of that piece of a telephone pole. That's actually right behind it. That's where our compost pile is. Okay, I'm going over here to dig this out, and I want to make something, clarify something real quick. I was calling these bulbs. They're technically corms, C-O-R-M, but it's easier for people to understand what I'm talking about if I call it a bulb. So technically it's not a bulb, and that's why they're so tiny, but you get what I'm talking about. So I'm digging this out of the driveway. So this is gravel. So it's coming out in one big clump, but my point in telling you this is because that is how prolific this plant is. It's growing in the driveway in rocks and gravel. So yeah. See, it just came out in one big clump, and I'm just gonna plant it just like that. It's amazing how staying inside all winter and not doing anything outside can really get you out of breath. It's raining cherry blossoms. Okay, so I'm gonna start right here. This hosta right here needs to be split for sure. I don't know if I've ever split this one. This literally fills, the entire thing is filled in. That's how big these hosta get. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, I should have actually done, the best time to do this is when the leaves are just coming out of the ground, but it's okay to still do this. Okay, so I'm just gonna put my shovel in between the leaves and kind of pick how much I wanna cut off. Basically, that's what I'm doing. And I'm gonna be aggressive. I'm not gonna worry about breaking leaves or anything like that. I'm not gonna be gentle. usually these roots are pretty tough, so you kind of have to be aggressive about it. So I'm just gonna dig it out. I'm not gonna worry about the leaves or anything like that, like I said. Okay, so you can see it is a little bit messy. There's some broken leaves. It's not a big deal. This is gonna fill out and hang over it. It's gonna end up maybe this tall, so that's not gonna be a big deal. Any broken leaves on here, same thing, it's not a big deal. This plant is gonna be just fine. So this is actually why you would want to dig it up a little bit sooner, right when they're coming out of the ground, but I've got plenty here to go ahead and transplant to a new location. So I'm gonna backfill this hole with some dirt and go find a new spot for this. The MONTBRETIA is right behind that hosta. Look at how fast this wisteria is blooming. I just filmed this 2 days ago and it was just starting to open up. Okay guys, that is it for today. Don't you love my hair like this? I actually finally took a shower and my hair's still wet. I didn't blow dry, so ignore my look here. I actually feel accomplished because I did something today outside and I took a shower and I got dressed. Somewhat. I'm wearing sweats, so yeah, during this lockdown I have not done a lot. I gotta say, there's plenty of days where I don't put makeup on and I wear my pajamas all day. I at least took a shower today and I got stuff done outside, so I feel pretty good. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the day here out on my deck. The sun is out, the river is beautiful, full of wildlife this time of year. I hope that this video was helpful on how to transplant and move MONTBRETIA and hosta. So anyway, I'm gonna sit out here for the rest of the day with the sun and the river and the wildlife. So you guys have a great day and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.